Hi guys, this is a PC Helper i7 and this is the first video in a series of videos where I do GCSE ICT theory revision. Now, these revision notes, quite a lot of the knowledge comes from myself, but the descriptions that I'm putting on the screen I've got from a CCEA GCSE ICT textbook. Now, the reason that is because I can give you my personal description, but to get a real description that they'll allow in exams, I want to be safe. I want to go with the textbook. Now, when it comes to the hardware revision, I do know a lot about that, so I can probably even tell you more than the textbook. But for certain topics, such as the World Wide Web, they've got some great descriptions in here, and it's some great revision material. So, without further ado, shall we get started? So, we're doing about the World Wide Web, www. You should see that, you should have heard of that before. Right, so we're first going to start off with search engines now. Quite a lot of you might know what a search engine is. Basically Google, to be honest. Let's give you a description of a search engine. Search engine allows a user to enter keywords or phrases to locate relevant websites. So you go onto the computer, you type into Google, let's think, iPhone 5, and it'll come up with a load of websites relating to iPhone 5. There might even be a few videos up, I don't know. But that's, well, I do know, but yeah, that's what a search engine is, basically. A search engine has a large database of websites. That's simple. We type something in, a load of links of websites comes up. That's the big database. Search engines include an advanced search facility for more experienced users. Yeah, I don't really use advanced search. I don't know if anyone does. I think probably people do, but personally, I've never used it before. No need to be honest. Well, that's a lie. I think I've used it on images in ICT lessons to get certain aspect ratios, but in my own personal time in searching for websites, I really have had no need for it. So, what are the common search engines? Now, everyone's probably familiar with the common search engines. We've got Google, yeah, probably the biggest. Got Bing, Google's rival. I'm not necessarily a fan of Bing. I tried it out, I gave it a fair chance, but no. If Bing ever comes on, I'm usually typing Google into that, and I see other people doing that. But what I do like about Bing is Bing Maps. I think Bing Maps is fantastic, and compared to Google Maps, I think it just trounces it. Then got Yahoo. Now, the next search engines are a bit unfamiliar. Well, they're unfamiliar for me anyway. But we're just going to show you them anyway. Alta Vista, I've never heard of this until I did this video, but it's one. Hotbot, Live Search. Now, you probably have heard of Live Search, you've probably seen it in the top bar of something. I think that's quite common, but it's not as big as Google. Then we've got Cool, and it looks like cool or whatever you say, but it is pronounced as cool. That's cool. Pun intended, it's a bad joke. Right, so, searching techniques. These are a few searching techniques that you'll need to know, and basically, sometimes you can use them. I've used some of these before, and some of them are quite useful. Use capital and small letters. I've never really had a need for this, but some websites can be case sensitive. When you type in something in, what it does is it looks for websites with those specific words in, and some websites may have them in capital letters, some may be small. Just be aware of that. Use wildcards. Now, I've never heard of this, but an asterisk represents any character in a keyword. So, have you seen this example? If you were to type colour with an asterisk behind the R, you would receive websites containing the word colour and colour, and that's the UK version of the word colour and the US version of the word colour. And I think that's pretty cool. I've never used it before, and I probably won't ever use it before, but you need to know this. If they ask you for a searching technique, you can write that down. Use quotation marks. Now this is a thing that I have used because it's great. If you put quotation marks around an exact phrase, Google will search for the websites with that exact phrase. They won't just search websites with the words that you typed in. So that's really good for finding specific information. And if you're doing an English essay and you were unsure about a certain quotation, maybe on a Shakespeare text, you could type that quotation in, followed by ideas, and it would bring you up websites which had ideas of that particular thing. So very useful. I've used quotation marks. I think they're great. Continued. Put keywords in order of importance. To be honest, I don't think this is necessary, but it states if you enter the most important keywords first, the results will be better. I don't really do that. I don't know if any other people do, but there we go. Now this is a clever one, and I've used it in an ICT lesson, but I don't really use that on a day-to-day, but I think it's quite good, and that's plus and minus signs. So the plus sign in front of a keyword means that the website must contain it. So you want you want a PC, but you put plus i7, it must be an i7, then it'll bring up PCs with i7s. And the minus sign in front of a keyword means that the website must not contain it. So if you wanted a laptop, but you hated Apple, you didn't want a MacBook, you can put laptop minus MacBook, and it won't show you any websites with the MacBook in. So I think that's quite useful as well. Never used it, but it's great. Now this is a weird one. Use complex logic. Complex logic involves using and or not in the search criteria. Now I think this one's pretty much straightforward, but just to give you a few examples, if you type in school and pupil, you'll get both school and pupil returned. School or pupil, you get returned school or pupil. School not pupil, returned school not pupil. Really straightforward. You do need to know this, but it's quite simple. Just complex logic. We all think it anyway. If you want to search school but not pupils, just say school not pupil. It just becomes natural. Well, it should do anyway, but it's just simple. So we've got website address. Oh no, exam tip. Yeah. This is just setting up search. So if they ask you to set up search, just follow these guidelines. Make a plan. Build a simple initial search, usually 1 or 2 keywords. Test the initial search. Add one refinement at a time to work in search and perform it. So that's basically saying if you want to search for headphones, you can put headphones black, then you can expand it to Beats or whatever. To be honest, I don't think anyone does this, but if you ask for setting up a search, this is a great thing to know. I would suggest you learn it because you never know, it could come up. So now a website address. What is a website address? Now we all see in the address bar at the top it say HTTP or HTTPS, www.google.co.uk or whatever. That's a website address, but there's specific things with it that we need to know. So every website has its own address. It's also known as URL, which is a uniform resource locator. You should learn that. If you keep using it, same uniform resource locator, it'll just come naturally. And when you see URL, you'll think uniform resource locator. It's made up of a protocol, a domain name. So if you've ever seen videos and for GoDaddy and whatever, some domains, that's what they are. It's the name of the website. So if I wanted to create a website called www.thepchelper-i7.com, the pchelper i7 bit would be my domain. You've got your TLD, which is a top level domain, and you've got your country code. So .co.uk, well .uk for England, well the United Kingdom, and .com for America. But here we've got a link. It should be HTTPS now, but oh well, we've got Google there. .co.uk because I'm in England, the United Kingdom. So the HTTP or PS is protocol. We've got the domain name, which is Google. You've got your TLD.co and the country code, UK. Simple enough? Yeah. Web browser. Browsers are software programs that allow you to use information on websites. Now, browsers, these are, say, Internet Explorer, Safari, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Google Chrome. They're what the web browsers are. And they have common features. Now, so when you're on the internet, you have to use a web browser to access it. So you click on it, comes up with your home page, and then maybe Google or Bing or whatever. So we have here back buttons, forward buttons. So they enable the user to visit previous or the next page. Refresh button allows the web page to be refreshed, updated. So say you're on Facebook and you've posted a status saying, "Yay, I just got a new laptop," and then you refresh it, and then you find out that someone's liked it. So it's basically just refreshing a web page, see if new information's been added to it or whatever. Got more. Got the home button. Takes you to your home page. That's the page when you click on the internet, brings up which the website that's bring up. Usually it's Google or whatever, but you can change your home page to personal preference. It can be YouTube or whatever, or Bing or whatever. You've got the search button, and it enables you to search a website, a web page using keywords. So if you got a long article on building computers, but you just want to know about installing the CPU, you just type in CPU or processor, and it'll highlight the words where it says them. It'll highlight them specific words. We've got the favourites button. I think quite a lot of people are familiar with this, but favourites is great. You can save web pages that you like, but you just click on them and it will show you favourites. It's that golden star. Well, it's just a star in general, to be honest. It doesn't have to be golden. Now the history button. Usually this is a tab, so I couldn't get a really good picture, but history is basically the previous websites you've been on. It's great if you want to, if you had been on a website that you really liked, but the next day you forgot it, you go on your history, you find it. You can delete your history as well, so if you're going on any inappropriate websites, you can delete that. But I find the history great because sometimes I say watch a YouTube video and then I forget it and I can go back and see which one it was. So yeah, that's the history button. It's basically your previous, what you've been doing on the internet, what websites you've been looking at. So we've got the print button, pretty straightforward, enables you to print the web page. And we've got the edit here. This isn't the edit button, but it should be like this, or it should say edit or whatever. And now I've never really used this, I've never really had much knowledge of it, but apparently it launches a common piece of software such as word processor, which is Microsoft Word, database, Excel, well not Excel, Access or spreadsheet Excel, and it allows you to edit the contents of the information. Never really used it, but it's useful. An exam tip, you should be able to state 4 features of a typical web browser. Easy enough. You know the back forward button, you know refresh, home, search, favourites, history, print. You just need to learn them, and if you get this question in exam, you should be going, yes, thank you, because really simple, straightforward question. Write the feature, write the description. These are all the official descriptions from the textbook, by the way, so feel free to use these, learn them. So, that's it for today's lesson. What have we learned? We've learned what a search engine is, so we know the specific details, we know a few search engines, Google, Bing, whatever. We know searching techniques, using commas, the plus and minus, the asterisk, whatever. We know them, they're great, we should learn them because they're useful to know and you need to know them for your exam. We know website address, we know why it's called a URL, a URL. We know the protocol, the domain name, the TLD, the country code, great. And web browser, we know the features, so the different buttons, home button, the search button, the favourites, and we know the description of them, so that's great. And I hope you have enjoyed my first revision one, my first revision video. I hope you leave comments in the description if I can improve it. If I'm talking too fast, talking too slow. I think I might have been talking a bit too fast, but sorry, I'll try and go slower for other people. But I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope to do this for more videos, more theory revision. If you have any requests for any sort of PC related video, such as tutorial on Word, PowerPoint, Excel, whatever, even just the GCSE ICT, then please leave a comment down below, or you can visit my social network links in the description, and I'll more than happily do my best to make a video on that, as long as it's suitable and I can do it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I hope this has been a good video.